are incredibly white when you dance. All right, everybody. My name is Old School Nerd. This is Mike, my friend from Texas, who's visiting. This will be the last video he does with me until he goes home. And
Gas Monkey.
And yeah, Gas Monkey shirt. I do want to say thank you for helping me with all these reactions. It's been kind of crazy.
It's been a blast.
It's been a crazy 2 days, and he's really helped out. And it's funny because we found, through the worst circumstances, the loss of a mutual friend, that we were able to get together, have some laughs, share some musical stuff, laugh at stuff, and then also share with others and maybe make a difference in a couple of people's lives. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe. Who knows? But right now, that's probably not what we're going for. We just finished doing Josh Wolf, the greatest practical joke ever. Yes. According to him. It was up there.
Yes, it was.
So we're going to follow that up now with Josh Wolf again. This is his second favorite practical joke ever.
Have you seen this?
No.
Oh.
No. These come from viewers who are like, I see you doing the rap battles. I see you doing this funny stuff. You have to do this. And I'm like, okay. And let's be honest. When you go through all the reactor channels, every reactor reacts to these. Right. Yeah. It's almost like, it's like a rite of passage. You have to get these done.
Right.
So I thought I'd bring you along. It'd be fun.
I'm enjoying the ride so far.
You're welcome. Okay. So here's the thing. Like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for coming in and joining us. Comments, suggestions, ideas, criticism, death threats. It's fine. It's YouTube. I'm good. But
I want tacos.
Well, you can't please everyone because I'm not a taco. That's how that works.
I didn't say you were a taco.
I know, but on your way home,
I just got hungry for tacos.
Wow. There is a place
up the road.
Up the road, bro.
Up the road.
Up the road. You probably just grab them on the road.
Yeah.
And I would.
Ooh, stop at Daryl's.
Oh. Nobody knows what the hell we're talking about. But if you lived here, you'd be like, I wonder why those guys are so fat. And they're like, we'll show you. We'll draw it on a map and just point them out. You know what? Fuck the map. We're going to go with you because we want more. We
want some too.
Yeah. So anyway.
Sorry for that left-hand turn.
Yeah. Like and subscribe to the channel. Check us out on on oldschoolnerd.com. It's got all the social media links and all that stuff. The link to this video will be in the description. This is Josh Wolf, one of the funniest people on the planet.
Ow.
And this is, wow, that was moving on. This is his second favorite practical joke of all time. So let's check this out.
I've really evolved into more of an edible guy than a weed guy. I mean, smoking it. You guys do? Yes. Here's the thing.
I wouldn't know.
I've never done marijuana in my life. I mean, I am very, very sensitive to any prescription medicine. Like, if the doctor says, here, take a Benadryl, I'm taking a half. Because a Benadryl will knock me out all night. One Benadryl. Super sensitive. It's just the way it is. But I mean, we know people who do drugs.
Yeah.
Marijuana. So we know that it's usually pretty funny.
Yeah.
You know what my favorite thing to do is? Go someplace where somebody is drunk or high and be their designated driver and then stop every 2 miles at whatever gas station and say, oh, we need gas again. Because they'll just keep giving you money. They have no idea.
Yeah.
I pretty much paid through college like that.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah. I can't comment on that.
Yeah. No drugs here.
It's so different, though. Like, because, let me just ask a question. A round of applause. People who have taken too much of an edible before. Okay. Ooh. Yeah? Because here's the deal, right? What they don't tell you is that an edible, when you smoke it, right, before you're going into it, you're like, oh, when I smoke weed, I'm high for an hour or so, and I come down, I'm fine. What they don't tell you is that an edible high goes like this.
Now, I did see the Joe Rogan Triggered on Netflix. And he talks about how when you smoke pot, it gives you THC. When you
digest it.
When you eat an edible, it processes by your liver and it does some kind of other chemical with liver and the amount of the high is way stronger
Yes.
and lasts a long time.
Yes.
So we're going off that basis of reality. He's still going.
So if after an hour of eating an edible, you think to yourself, man, I'm as high as I want to be, you are fucked. You know? You got a little extra time on that ride. I remember the first time I took an edible, 3 hours in, I was like, I'm ready to get off the ride now. And they should put something on the package that says you can always eat more, you can never eat less.
That works with Popeyes too.
And most of the time, the edible fucks you up that first time because you eat it, and an hour later, you're like, I'm not high. And then as soon as you eat it again, as soon as you swallow that second piece, you start to get high, and you're like, oh no! Fuck you up.
Matter of timing and patience.
Now, I will tell you this.
Experience.
Let me tell you a little story ahead of time, because I am also a huge fan of practical jokes. And I pulled such a great practical joke on my brother with an edible. It was so good. Don't feel bad for him. That motherfucker has done some shit.
Brotherly love.
Let me give you a little backstory. So, the very first time that I took an edible, I remember walking into my weed store. And by the way, the weed stores in LA, like, to get your medical card is so easy. I went into the doctor. I remember when I was first going in, and I had a whole story planned. I had migraines when I was 12, and then I fell down and I hit my head. So I walk into the doctor's office, and there's a poster on the wall that says, if you suffer from any of these, you can have your rec. It was a fucking cheat sheet, right? So I'm like, well, I don't need a story. I go, I'm just going to memorize the first one. It's alphabetical. I'm going to memorize the first one. You ever do this when you memorize something, by the way, where you're like, got it. What was that? Yeah.
This morning.
Yeah.
Half a second and you're back. Like, I don't fucking remember what that was at all. So I memorized the first one, and I'm like, okay, got it. Guy calls me in, and I sit down there. He goes, Mr. Wolf, what seems to be ailing you where you feel like you need medical marijuana? And I just blanked. But I remembered it was the first one, so I was like,
Acid reflux.
Yeah.
autism?
No.
You should have seen him. He was like,
No.
Motherfucker said autism. Try again.
he said, do you mean anxiety? I go, that's it, anxiety. Super anxious that I'm going to get autism. Can you just give me the fucking card?
Nice.
It's also funny, like, well, so I'm at my weed store. And the guy who I always buy from, the guy who owns the place, he goes, you're not an edible guy, huh? I go, no, I haven't tried one. And he was like, you want to try one? I said, sure. And he goes, what do you like to eat? And I said, well, for sweets, I like baked goods and stuff. And he said, well, we actually made some blueberry muffins fresh today. And I was like, well, fucking look at you, okay. Wow, you got yourself a little bakery in the back, buddy? That's nice. So he brings me out a blueberry muffin, and he hands it to me, and he goes, here you go. Now, at my weed store, they have a place where they want you to they smoke responsibly. They want you to get high in a second room. And the room has a pool table. It's got a big screen TV. It's got PlayStation. It's got Xbox. It's got an Apple TV. And what I used to do is I'd get a joint, and I'd smoke it. I'd be high for an hour. I'd come down, and I'd drive home. So I thought, well, that's what's going to happen after I eat my edible.
Oh.
Right? So as I'm eating the muffin, and it was delicious. You know, the edibles are good now. And you ever eat something that's so good, there's one crumb left, and you're like, well, I am eating that. I put the last crumb in my mouth. And right when I put it in my mouth, the dude who gave it to me walks in and he goes,
Oh shit, you ate the whole thing?
you didn't eat that whole fucking muffin, did you?
Oh no.
Yep.
And he goes, well, you got to get the fuck out of here. I go, what? Why? He goes, well, you're about to freak out for real. I can't have that here. You got to go home.
You ain't got to go home.
And I go, you didn't tell me
here.
not to eat the whole muffin. He goes, I didn't tell you to eat the whole muffin either, did I? And I go, what's about to happen? And he goes, you are in for an uncomfortable 8 hours.
Yep.
Look, those of us who've done drugs, well, you know, your mindset going in is really important, right? And fear is not your fucking friend, okay? So I'm already spiraling the drain. I'm not even high yet. I'm like, what's gonna happen to me? Right? The dude goes, how far do you live from here? I go, oh, like 20 minutes. And he goes, you might make it.
Whoa. Might make it.
Yep.
I try to walk out of there on my way out. He goes, who's at your house? I go, my kids. He goes, I wouldn't fucking talk to them. I go, all right. So, I go home, I go to sleep, I wake up high. Now, I hate waking up high. I hate waking up high, and I'll tell you why. Because, look, when I go to sleep, I'm basically saying, whatever's happening right now, I'm pretty much done with. Yeah. If I wanted to stay high, I'd fucking stay awake. Pretty much done, and I'd like to wake up with a clean slate, please. So when I wake up high, I'm like, fuck you. So I called the dude who gave me the edible. I was mad. I go, hey, man. Like, you ought to let somebody know when you give them tomorrow weed. It's tomorrow, motherfucker.
Tomorrow weed.
Like, there should be a note on the package that says, I hope you don't have shit to do tomorrow either, because you're going to be fucked up for a couple days, man. So, I laid in bed, because then I started to think, what a great opportunity edibles would be for a practical joke on my brother. Now, don't feel bad. Hey, who's got older brothers in here?
I am the older
Right?
brother.
So fuck them. We know what they did. We know you. Older brothers in here, you deserve every last little bit of shit you get your whole life. You motherfuckers. So, I laid in bed all day trying to decide, which one of my brothers I wanted to give a near-death experience to, right?
Why does this have to be near death?
Now, before you feel bad for him, let me tell you what he used to do to me. You know those couches that fold out into beds? So he would fold it out, and then he would put me in it, and he would fold it the fuck back up. At a very young age, I had to learn to breathe like this. Like a fucking survivor. Right? So I was like, I'm gonna get this dude. I call him on the phone. I'm like, hey man, do you want to come over and get high? And he was like, yeah. I go, great, I'm gonna roll you a joint. You're not ready for the edibles that I have. Now look, anybody who knows, when you tell your brother, your older brother, he can't do something.
Bet, bitch.
So when I told him you're not ready for edibles, I was basically standing on the edge of the dock like this. I just needed him to take the bait, right? Oh, and he took it. He was like, what? What? Oh, I'm eating what you eat, bro. Don't you worry about me. I'm your big brother. You don't think I can handle what you... I've been getting high since you were in mom. And I was like, first of all, yeah, don't say in mom to me. I don't like that. There's got to be a better analogy than that one. I said, but if you want to come on over. He goes, I'm coming over. Now, I had bought him something called a space cake. Guys, a space cake will fuck you up, right? So I cut it in half, and I cut his half in half, right? And he goes, how much you eating? I go, I'm eating a half, but you should probably start with a quarter. What? Well, you don't think I can handle what you...
That's me.
They would get you every time?
Oh, yeah. My ego? Oh.
Yeah, I know about that,
Bitch,
but I mean...
bitch,
yeah.
please.
Yeah.
Oh, I would fall. I guarantee you, my dumb ass would fall hook, line, and sinker. Just because I never let any, and I don't let my kids win either. If you're gonna beat me, you're gonna beat me. You're gonna earn it. You know.
Oh man.
And that's just the way I was brought up.
Yeah, it's just
You know, and I am an asshole. Let's be honest.
Well, I would say you're passionate. Try to say these things with a straight face, and then
It doesn't work.
It
doesn't work. I'm an asshole.
You have your moments.
Yeah, but I could see my ego being like, I can do whatever you do.
Yeah, and then
failing miserably.
Yeah, you're the kind of person that would be like, yeah, I can ice skate, and all of a sudden the person that said, let's go do it, is like a figure skater, and all of a sudden, yeah, and next thing you know, you're screwed. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Broken tailbone. Oh, yeah. I got this shit. I got this.
His brother is so screwed, because you know he's going to make his brother eat like a half, if not a whole, just to prove a point.
Oh, yeah.
You handle, bro. I'm gonna eat. I might even eat the big half. I'm like, oh, if you insist.
See?
And right when he finished his half, I turned to him and I did to him what the dude at the weed store did to me. I go, hey man. He goes, what? I go, you gotta get the fuck out of here. And he was like, what? Why? I go, well, I think you're gonna freak out and I think it'll be really funny. So. And he goes, wait a second. You think I'm gonna freak out so you're gonna send me home? That doesn't make sense, bro. Because if you really thought I was gonna freak out, you'd wanna watch and make fun of me. I think you're sending me home because you know you're gonna freak out, bro. That's what's gonna happen, huh? You're gonna freak out, that's why you're sending me home? We'll see what happens. I'll call you in an hour. And I said, I look forward to your phone call.
I understand this mentality.
Oh, yeah, it's great.
An hour and a half later, he sent me a text.
Oh, my God.
That was just numbers, right? And I was like... And I texted him back. I go, what is that? He goes, my vital signs. I'm freaking out! He was texting me from a blood pressure machine in CVS.
Whoa. Oh, my God.
He was like, I'm getting my numbers, dude. I might die in CVS. I might die in CVS. I said, you're not going to die, but you could die.
Oh, no.
I said, if you don't want to die, the most important thing is to never, ever. And then I hit send, I turned off my phone, and I went to sleep. Because fuck him, he put me in a couch, everybody. Fuck yeah.
Hey, fair is fair.
No, that's legit. That is 100% legit. I mean, I can't.
Oh, my God.
Oh, I mean, there's only one thing worse than having a big brother be a bully to you. That's having a little brother that eventually grows up to have a really, really evil sense of humor and can take advantage of it. That's Josh Wolf. And the funny thing about it is, I've never done weed. I've never done anything like that. But the way he's describing it, I'm like, it's time for all of my children to watch this video and realize if they take any edibles, they're going to freak the fuck out.
I plead the fifth.
Hey, man, live your life, bro.
That's funny as shit.
That was pretty good. All right, guys, that's it for me, and that's it for Mike on this round. Hopefully, Mike will come back and visit us again, and if he does, I'll drag him into the chair and make him do some more stuff. So,
I've had a blast. Thank you for allowing me to do this with you.
Absolutely. You're a friend. It's funny. I've told a lot of the people, especially the people on Patreon.
Yeah.
I've told Michael Dietz this, the guy in Oregon. I said, if you're ever in Louisiana,
dude,
come by the house.
Yeah.
And if it's the right season, we'll boil crawfish. We'll do something. We'll do something that shows what Cajun hospitality is.
Oh, yeah.
But if you're one of those assholes that keeps bitching at me because I can't say German words right, we can also show you where they don't find bodies in the swamp.
Because they get eaten by the gators.
That's right. And you don't even have to put them in little pieces.
Nope.
You just let it go.
Bye.
Bye, bitch.